we go. I don't need bling, I have a new carabiner. Sunday stretch session, I'm a live streamer. On IG, I'm giving you my rhymes and stretches so you feel good during your work climbs. Good times with the crew, the day goes by fast. Living in the moment, don't worry about the past. Like the wake of a ship, the past disappears. The wake doesn't drive the ship, let's be clear. I like philosophy and thinking deep thoughts. See the world differently, like Alan Watts. Robots and technology make life real snappy, but does living in a screen make you truly happy? Can it be climbing, ascending a 3-strand? Playing with Legos, I'm hunting in my tree stand. I drop Legos onto the forest floor. Animals step on Legos, their feet are nice and sore. At my core, this makes me happy, dude. Nothing in life is better than being in an oak tree on a day with nice weather. I feel the warm sun rays on my toes. Let's begin today's practice in brush pile pose. Welcome everybody, thank you for joining this morning. Thank you. We're gonna get started in brush pile pose. So, come onto your hands and knees. Bring your big toes a touch. Spread your knees about one or 2 feet apart. Slowly sit down on the backs of your heels. Reach your arms out in front of you. And rest your forehead on the ground. Feel a nice stretch in your ankles. Stretching your hips and your knees. Calm your breath. Feel a nice stretch in your armpits and your shoulders. Just let gravity take over as you let yourself sink into the ground. Like a pile of brush sitting at the edge of the driveway, waiting to get chipped up. Take nice long deep breaths in and out of your nose. Now slowly bring yourself back up to tabletop position. Align your shoulders above your wrists, hips above your knees. Your shins are parallel. Slowly draw your belly down towards the ground, look up. As you exhale, slowly round your spine back, press your hands into the ground. Feel a nice stretch in your shoulders. Inhale, draw your belly down towards the ground, look up. Feel a nice stretch in your core. Exhale, slowly round your spine back. Feeling a stretch in your shoulders. Now at your own pace, move between these two poses, moving with your breath as you warm up your spine, your core, and your shoulders. Come back to tabletop position. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Tuck your toes under and lift your hips up for downward facing log. Gaze between your big toes, relax your neck. Flatten out your back. Draw a line from your wrists all the way up to your tailbone. Feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings and down the backs of your calves. Walk 1 foot out at a time to stretch out 1 calf at a time. Stretching out all those muscles you use to stabilize yourself in spurs. Drag brush, move wood. Now walk your feet up towards your hands and gently sit down on your butt. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees apart. Sit up nice and straight. Relax your shoulders down your back. Hold on to your feet with your hands. And feel a nice stretch in your knees and in your groin area. If you want to intensify the stretch, sit up nice and straight and keeping your back nice and flat. Hinge forward at your hips. Breathe into that stretch. Now slowly bring yourself back up to center. Stretch your legs out, straight out in front of you. Now we're going to do pine twist. Bring your right leg in towards your chest. Step it across your left knee. Sit up nice and straight. Wrap your left arm around your right knee. And place your right hand on the ground behind you. Feel a stretch in the outside of your right hip. And breathe into your right hip to release all that tension built up from sitting in a saddle, carrying brush. Get all your power from your hips. So this stretch will really help you gain more power during your climbing or your ground working day. Okay, now slowly untwist, come back to center. Bring your left leg in this time. Step it across your right knee. Sit up nice and straight. Wrap your right arm around your left knee. Place your left hand on the ground behind you. Sit up nice and straight. And feel a stretch in your left hip. Take nice, relaxing breaths in and out of your nose. As you inhale, focus on lengthening up your spine. As you exhale, move a little bit deeper into that stretch. Slowly bring yourself back to center, stretch out your legs. Now spread your legs nice and wide. Make sure to listen to your body, don't go too far. Sit up nice and straight. And keeping your back nice and flat, nice and straight. Gently walk your hands out in front of you till you find a nice stretch, a nice juicy stretch for your hamstrings. Right on the insides of your legs there, that's where you should feel that stretch. Use your breath to find relaxation. Make sure to keep your back nice and flat. That prepares, if you by keeping your back flat. That prevents tearing your back, making small tears. It's very uncomfortable. So always keep your back flat when we're doing forward folds. And come back up to center. Bring your legs together. And gently lower yourself down onto your back, keeping your knees bent. Place your left ankle on your right knee. We're getting ready for a recline pigeon. Point the toes of your left foot up towards your shin. Interlace your fingers behind your right thigh. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, pull your leg in towards your chest. As you feel a very juicy and nice stretch in your left hip. This stretch really helps relieve lower back pain. Breathe into your left hip. And gently release your feet back down to the ground. Now we're going to do the other side. So place your right ankle on your left knee. Flex the toes of your right foot up towards your shin. Interlace your fingers behind your left thigh. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, hug your leg in towards your chest, feeling a stretch in your right hip. As you release all that tension that was built up during your work week of climbing. Find your breath as you relax into Recline Pigeon pose. And gently release your feet back down to the ground. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lift your hips up to the sky. Flex your glutes. And gently bring your hips back down to the ground. That just helps neutralize out your spine before we go into the next pose. So, now keep laying on your back. Bring your knees into your chest and grab onto the outsides of your feet with your hands. Gonna relax here and happy baby. Let your knees fall down towards the ground naturally. Press your shoulders into the ground so your shoulder blades are nice and flat. Point your tailbone down towards the ground. It's okay if it doesn't touch the ground. Mine doesn't. Feel a nice stretch in your groin and your hip flexors. You breathe into that nice stretch. If you want to intensify the stretch, you can press gently into your hands with your feet. Just applying a little bit of resistance. Always listening to your body to make sure that you're not pushing yourself too far, but also that you're challenging yourself and feeling a nice stretch. Now gently release your feet and bring your feet back down to the ground, keeping your knees bent. Stretch your arms out wide in a T position. You're getting ready for pine twist. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, drop both of your knees over to your right side. Option to gaze over your left fingertips or just keep your gaze looking straight up at the sky. Feel a gentle stretch in your left hip. And imagine space being created in your lower back. This pose should not require any effort. Just let yourself sink into the ground. Slowly bring your knees back up to center. And drop your knees to your left side this time. You feel a gentle stretch in your right hip. And breathe space into your lower back as you relax. Let your shoulder blades lie flat. And gently gaze over your right fingertips, or if that's uncomfortable, just look straight up and down at the sky. Now slowly bring your knees back up to center. Lift your hips up to neutralize your spine. Bring your hips back down and stretch out your legs so you're laying flat on the ground. Relax your arms by your sides. Let your toes fall to either side naturally. Relax your ankles. Relax your calves, relax your knees. Let your thighs sink into the ground. Relax your hips. Let gravity pull your stomach in towards the earth. Feel the rise and fall of your breath through your chest. Feel the weight of gravity pull your arms in towards the earth. Relax your neck. Unclench your jaw. Relax all the muscles in your face. There's nothing you need to do right now. There's nothing you need to accomplish. Just let yourself be here as you are. Now slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes as you come back to your body. And roll over to your side to neutralize out your spine. And slowly at your own pace, come back to a seated position with your legs crossed. Rest your palms on your knees. Sit up nice and straight. Relax your shoulders. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring your chin to your chest. Bring your head back to center. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, lift your chin up. Keep your neck nice and long. Feel a stretch in the underside of your chin. Bring your neck back to center. Take a deep breath in. Lengthen up through the top of your spine. And gently bring your head over to your right. Feel a stretch in the left side of your neck. Gently come back to center. Take a deep breath in. And exhale your head to your left. Feel a stretch in the right side of your neck. Slowly come back up to center. Drop your head, chin to chest. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, slowly rotate your head in a big circle, linking all those movements together. Make sure to keep your spine and neck nice and long as if someone's pulling a piece of rope up through the top of your head. Make sure your neck is not getting pinched in any way. You're only feeling a nice stretch in your neck. Move slowly and carefully. You release all that tension from looking up at the tree, looking up at the climber. Breathe all that tension away. Now, bring your neck back to center. Drop your chin to your chest and rotate the other way. Keep your neck nice and elongated to prevent injuring your neck. And bring your head back to center. Relax your shoulders. We're going to end today's practice by taking 30 deep breaths. You can either take the breaths in and out of your nose, or if your nose is too clogged up, you can breathe in and out of your mouth, but the nose is the preferred method. So you're going to inhale fully and let go. Inhale fully through your nose and release. Inhale fully and release. Here we go. 30 deep breaths. I'll let you know every 10 breaths. So here we go. 30 deep breaths. 1. 10. That's 20. 10 more breaths to go. Take one last big juicy breath. And exhale. Sit in stillness. Let your breath come back to normal. Feel the energy you've created within your body. Thank you for joining me today for Tree People Yoga. My name is Cam, and it's time to feel good and cut wood. Thank you guys so much for joining. You're welcome, Tree Color. Thank you for coming. Thank you guys so much for coming this morning. This was a lot of fun. You're welcome. Thank you, Dad. Thanks for coming. I'll see you later tonight. Thank you guys so much for coming. Appreciate it. Have a great work week, guys. Thank you for coming, Treevy. Have a juicy day.